Hello everyone, this is number 49, Learn the Rules, here with a video for you, a deck profile actually, that I thought up, and it is kind of a revival for you guys if you like some old cards, especially ones from set 12 especially. This is the Nebula Lord Revival. So, yeah, this is just based on a limit break deck sort of. So, here we go. We're going to have our starter here. And it is not Chaos Breaker Dragon. Just having that focus itself. Anyways, we're going to start off with Spawn of the Spiral Nebula. It's a Generation Break 1 skill. And it is a Forerunner, so it's actually a good starter. Generation Break 1 skills act. Put this unit into your soul. Choose one of your rear guards and other rear guards, and lock it. And choose one of your opponent's rear guards and lock it. So this card is useful only when you're on Nebula Dragon, I would say, or if you really need the draw for a certain card that I'm gonna explain, of course, later. But yeah, he's really good. So, anyways, we're gonna go on to our grade zeros. Okay, so here we're using 4 of the Starvader hero triggers, Tellurium because she's just pretty, whatever. 4 heals because heals are necessary. Anyways, next we got 5 critical triggers, 1 of each of the Starvader critical triggers. 1 from set 12, 2 from each different trial decks, the Legion one and the original Infinite Zero Dragon one, set 15 and set 17 critical triggers. So yeah. Anyways, going along, if I wanted to do different order, Legion trial deck, set 12, set 15, original trial deck, which was Infinite Zeros, and then set 17. Anyways, going along now, 7 stand triggers. Could not count for a second there. We're using Starvader Moon Commander, because the butt, Moon Commander. Just kidding. No, I'm not kidding. It's sad. Anyways, and then the next one is Shockwave Starvader Dysprosium. He's actually a really good starter for this deck because he is pretty much Palladium as a stand trigger. As its skill is counter +1, put this unit into your soul. During your opponent's end phase, when an opponent's lock card is unlocked, you may pay the cost. If you do, lock that unit. So really with him, he's very effective with another card, which I will explain later. Now going on to our grade 1s. Okay, here we go. Dark Metal Chameleon. Only running at 2 because why not? And well, I kind of need certain targets, so I kind of just have to have him at 2. So, Generation Break 1, when this unit is unlocked, choose a card from your damage zone, and turn it face up. And he also has Resist. So, yeah. His skill is very useful for this deck, especially with certain key cards that I'm going to run in this deck, and the starter, of course, will help out with you getting him locked, so you can, unflip some damage during your turn, and yeah. So that's what he's good for. Next, you can run 4 Prometheums, or you could run the 4 of the Lady linkjoker Perfect Guard from the trial decks if you bought the trial decks. This deck is kind of like saying if you bought all the trial decks, the Legion trial deck, the Messiah trial deck, and yeah, just pretty much those 2 trial decks, and you put them all together. You can make this kind of a deck, sort of, almost. You just need certain other key cards to fix it up and spruce it up nicely. So yeah, this is just a more costly card, so if you want to go more of a budget, just get the trial decks. But anyways, so 4 Prometheums, Perfect Guards, 4 Perfect Guards, because very necessary to have Perfect Guards, yeah. Charcoal. Charcoal is a very good card for Nebula Lord Dragon, because Nebula Lord is a Limit Break 4 card, and Nebula Lord really needs his limit break to work properly. So Charcoal is very, very essential to the deck. He is really well needed. And next we got Prison Gate Starvader Palladium. Just like whatever the freaking stand trigger's name is anymore, Dysprosium, something like that. Same exact skill. Kind of want to put into the soul during your opponent's end phase. End phase, and when the opponent's lock card is unlocked, if you have a linkjoker Vanguard, you may pay the cost if you lock that unit. So it's a relocker. just like the stand trigger. Going on to grade 2s. Right here we run Colony Maker at 1. If you saw my grade 1s, of course you just saw them anyways, she has at least 8 good targets, and I don't want to lessen those targets any further with Dark Metal Chameleons, which is why I only run 2. And well, I only own 2, so I can only run those 2. But anyways, Starvader Colony Maker, her skill is Counterblast 1, when this unit is placed on Rearguard Circle, if you have a linkjoker Vanguard, and your opponent, it says you opponent, your opponent has a locked card, you may pay the cost. If you do, search your deck for up to 1 grade 1 or less card with Starvader in his card name and call it to Rearguard Circle and shuffle your deck. So you can call only Palladium or Charcoal with this card, and that's really all you need. And if you really need Charcoal, because to get the Limit Break off, do it. And that's if you have already a lock card on your opponent's side. So, also another effective way to just use this guy. Not so bad. So yeah, there you go. Another card would be Lady Battler of the Gravity Well. Her skill is Generation Break Act skill. Once per turn, choose one of your other rear guards and lock it. This unit gets 4,000 power until the end of turn. Really good again with Dark Metal Chameleon. You lock that unit and she gains +4. And with stand triggers, you can just restand her and she'll be a, let's see, she's 13 with that +4. She'll be an 18k attacker. Good for hitting cross rides in the face with her feet. So, very, very useful. Next, we'll have over here Unrivaled Starvader Radon. This is the original Trod-like version. If you guys got the ones from the Legion one, it's the rare version with this foiling on it. Anyways, his ability is on Rearguard Circle only, just like all the others that are going to be on this grade 2 lineup. When this unit attacks, if you have a Vanguard with Starvader in its card name, this unit gets 3,000 power until the end of battle. So it's a 12k attacker for Starvaders. Only run 2 for a certain reason, and you'll see why later. Anyways, next we run Flash Gun Starvader Osmium. Very useful for Nebula Dragon as well because of his skill. When this unit attack hits a Vanguard, choose one of your opponent's locked cards, and that card cannot be unlocked during his or her next end phase. Very useful because Nebula Lord really needs to keep your opponent locked down with cards so that you can keep pumping your entire front row. So this guy's really good. Really, really good. And with stand triggers, even more effective and scary. Last but not least, Companion Starvader Photon. Companion Starvader Photon. I don't know why the hell they put star there twice. Anyways, Photon is a very useful card, but only good with Starvader Vanguards, which is kind of a big problem. But I do have at least 5 out of the 11 grade 2s in this lineup that require Starvaders, so it's really not so bad. But anyways, when this unit is placed on Rearguard Circle, if you have a Vanguard with Starvader in its card name, and your opponent has a lock card, choose one of your opponent's rearguards and lock it. So it's just a free lock. You just have to make sure your opponent has at least 1 lock card already. Call it and lock another. And it's still good because then you just plus power to Nebula Lord with just a call, which is very, very handy. Now we're going into grade 3s. So the first one we got here is Freeze Ray Dragon, or Starvader Freeze Ray Dragon. He also came from set 15. I love this card to death. He is a very wonderful card. I've played him forever since he came out, and just so fun. I know for some of you now are just starting to learn about his worthiness, and I just thought of, might as well actually finally make a serious deck with him, because I never really wanted to make a serious deck with him. Just always wanted to use him for fun and just to troll my opponents. Especially against Shadow Paladin players, when they use Abyss on me and they hit it critical. It's like, oh look, you got 2 units that are not, or at least that 1 unit, you got 4 units on board, 1 unit that's not a Revenger. Cool. Hit me, I'll lock one of your Revenger units, now you have 3 units, but 1 doesn't have a Revenger in its name, so you can't retire it. Haha. You just legioned and wasted it. That's what's useful for this card. Or if they hit you with a critical and they got 5 units out there, you know the deal. Just lock your opponent's board and then they can't do shit. So, very fun card. Very trolly card too. You already see the card next to it. Anyways, his Limit Break 4 skill is when your opponent's rearguard is locked due to an effect of one of your cards, this unit gets 3,000 power until the end of turn. But its other skills, what I said, is very useful. When a card is put into your damage zone, choose up to one of your opponent's rearguards and lock it. So, this guy is very good just in defense. If you were Shamsio and Angel Feathers, this guy would be freaking broken. If Shamsio were reversed, this would be Shamsio reversed. But, yeah. anyways, he's a good first ride because you would like to ditch your grade 3s and go into Madu and get that grade 3 back. And sorry, first ride and then stride. So yeah, it's very, very good to just, you know, ride into him, go into Madu, triple drive for free, and then, you know, that's pretty much it. Next grade 3 would be Alter Ego Messiah. He's a good second ride, very, very, very handy with using his skill, which is Generation Break 2. When the card is unlocked, when a lock card is unlocked, you may pay the cost if you do draw a card. So he's very handy, which I'll explain with 2 other cards later, even though you guys saw that before. Cannabis 1, which is the second skill, when choose one of your rear guards and lock it. During your turn, when a G unit strides onto this card, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose one of your opponent's rear guards and lock it, and choose one of your vanguards, and that unit gets 5,000 power to the end of turn. So you usually lock Chameleon along with him on his on-stride skill to unflip that damage. Again, very handy. But the other the other 2 cards that would be very handy with him in like the long run would be Palladium and Dysprosium. Reason why I would say this is during the turn when a card would be unlocked, these only activate during the end phase of your opponent's. So when the card unlocks, and this only activates whenever a card is unlocked. So you can do it whichever. But say you ran out of soul, your opponent still had those cards locked, and it's the end of the turn. You use these cards skill, put them into the soul, use the Generation Break 2 skill, call Soul Blast out, Soul Blast them back out, and then draw the cards necessary that you just locked again with their skills, because they technically unlocked. So both activate at the same time. You can do these to relock, and then use this to draw a card again. So it's very, very good. Very, 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 very good. And then for the next turn, you'll probably save up soul if you still had soul to begin with, when just using these 2 cards, and you replace them also with the draw upon that. So that's what's also very good. And last but not least, Nebula Dragon. Also, these 2 cards are very useful for him as well, to keeping locked cards out on the board for him. And his main ability is a limit break 4. During your turn, all of your front row linkjoker get 3,000 power for each of your opponent's locked cards. So if you keep locking down cards, especially with this starter is very useful and it's free. Just lock one of your own, which would be Chameleon, and lock one of theirs. 3,000 power to the front row already. And then use Gravity Well. No, sorry, don't use Gravity Well. What am I talking about? And then use Photon, lock one of their own units. That's another 3,000 power, so that's 6,000 to the front row. And then, if I had to think more, use his Counterblast 2 skill. Lock another unit in the back row, which is pretty much an axe skill. Choose one of your opponent's rear guards in the back row and lock it. Counterblast 2. So, with Chameleon going off at the end phase and unlocks itself, you pretty much make that a Counterblast 1. Again, very useful. And the Lord skill, don't worry about it since you run no other units that are not linkjoker. But, yeah, very, very effective card right now with this deck and how I built it. It's very fun, very cool. Another card that I would say you can tease in would be Singularity Sniper, who also came out in the same set as Nebula Dragon in set 12. When this unit attack hits a Vanguard, if you have a linkjoker Vanguard and your opponent has a locked card, choose one of your opponent's rear guards and lock it. So, when I say it's very effective with Nebula Lord, during the time she was effective anyways, because you give her +3 for every locked card, and you can lock more of your opponent's units more effectively now, thanks to some certain other cards. So with stand triggers, she can be pumped up with just this. Attack her with a +6. She's a 14 with boost, and restand her with another stand trigger. She's 19. If you plus another 3, that's 22, because that's +9 to her to her 8, so that's 17 already. With boost, that's even 24, as if it's a 7k booster, which you most likely have. And then that's pretty much how strong she can be, and restand makes it a 22. Still very good and effective, and then when you hit, you lock one of your opponent's rear guards, giving the +3 again to all your other units. So, yeah, it's very, very cool card to think about putting into the deck if you ever want to, mess around a bit and experiment. But you can also use this for Alter Ego Messiah, because this card does not require a certain Vanguard, and does not require Generation Break or none of that. Just to make sure you have one lock card in your opponent's board, and then she's active. So again, a decent idea for you guys to think about just for trying to use her. Now for the G-Zone, which is pretty much going to be cheap. When I say cheap, I meant cheap because I don't have all the linkjoker strides. I just do have the childlike ones from the Messiah one. You would run 4 of him because why the hell not? It's very useful. You could run Big Crunch if you want because Big Crunch is very useful for the deck anyways with Nebula Dragons. So if you had 4 Big Crunches, go ahead and put them in replacing this guy if you want to. It's not so bad. We're replacing the Blizza because Blizza's in here just to be in here. He's not really in here to be anything. So 2 Blizza and 2 of him, you can make him into a Big Crunch Nebula Dragon and stuff. And then you would naturally run 2 Madus and 2 of the Judgment Messiahs. Madu, pretty much when you stride over a 10k or less grade 3 Vanguard, choose a grade 3 from your drop zone, add it to your hand. So you would ditch grade 3 to stride into this on top of Freeze Ray Dragon and get that grade 3 back, so it's a free stride. So, very nice. And then with Judgment Messiah, when this unit attack hits a Vanguard, choose one of your units, unlock it, and then choose one of your opponent's unit, unlock it. In the back row. Choose one of your opponent's units in the back row, unlock it. Big Crunch's skill, he's a triple rare from G-Set 3. His ability pretty much is, you can only use this card if you have 2 or more face up, I think. Counterblast 1, Persona Flip, and choose one of your opponent's rear guards, and then all the rear guards in that column are locked, and they cannot unlock until the next end phase of your next turn of the opponent's end phase. So pretty much Omega locked. So it's very, very good, and especially with Nebula Lord, like I said, it's a very good card. So still, I hope this guys gave you some idea or some insight on what to do with your old schoolish cards of linkjoker. I know some people like Nebula Lord out there, so I hope this actually kind of gives you a nice little idea. Very, like, you know, budget-ish type builds. So, again, hope you enjoyed it. Hit the like button below if you liked the video. And please rate, comment, subscribe, and take care. Bye.